Hello dear students, as you are aware that we are supposed to hold online classes. So today we'll start with the fifth module, that is emerging trend in accounting. Okay, this is a theory chapter where we'll be discussing different topics that are the current trends in accounting. So as you can see on the screen, the various topics that will be discussed in the fifth module is digital transformation of accounting, big data analytics in accounting, cloud computing in accounting, accounting with drones, forensic accounting, accounting for planet, creative accounting, outsourced accounting, predictive accounting. Okay, so students, this will be the different topics that we are going to discuss in our fifth module, that is emerging trends in accounting. So what do you mean by digital transformation of accounting? Okay, so transformation of accounting, that is digital transformation of accounting, is actually the integration of digital technology into the various areas of the business. Okay, that is, we are going to convert all the information, financial information, into an electronic format. Okay, so here the business is going to operate in a changed way. So what all results, that is the fundamental changes that are going to be taken place in the various operations of the business. So today organizations and industries, they will enjoy the benefits of this digital transformation. Because why they are going to enjoy is this digital transformation of accounting, it is actually going to enable the businesses to modernize the legacy processes, to accelerate the efficient workflows, and also to strengthen the security. This all, it is actually going to increase the profitability. Okay, so as you can see the meaning on the screen, digital accounting, it actually refers to the formation, the representation and transmission of financial data into an electronic mode. So when we talk about digital accounting, it is all about saving the time, the space, and also the money. So as you are aware, in the traditional mode of accounting, much of the time was consumed to record the data. Also much of the space were utilized to record the data, and also money was invested, correct? No, so when it comes to digital transformation of accounting, we are going to save money, we are going to save space, we are going to save time, which is very important factor. Because when a business is carried out, information is required at any moment of time, and in order to take crucial decisions of businesses, various financial informations are required. Yes or no? Yes. So when this information will be made available, if we follow the traditional method, where as and when an information we want, we will not get it immediately, we'll have to wait for it. But when it comes to digital information, it is available in the tip of the finger, isn't it? Immediately one click and you get the information. So much of our time is saved, our space is saved, and also the money is saved. So when it comes to digital accounting, we need not wait for data. We need not wait for data anymore. Everything will be available to the tip of your finger. Okay. And also one more thing what I want to say here is, when it is digital accounting, the accuracy is maintained. The accuracy of the financial information is maintained, because as compared to the traditional method, or what we call the man-made, humans, people who are recording the data manually when the accounting work is done. So there are more chances of errors and mistakes, isn't it? So, but when it comes to digital accounting, the chances of errors are a bit reduced. The chances are very lesser. So, accurate information is available, and this accurate information, it is going to actually add to the competitive advantage of the business. Okay, so student, I hope you have understood the meaning of digital transformation of accounting. That is, it actually refers to the formation, the representation, and the transmission of financial data into an electronic mode. Next, we are going to discuss about the advantages of digital transformation of accounting, how it is going to benefit the business. Okay, so as you can see, digital transformation of accounting, it is a streamlined system. Okay, that is recording the information related to the business, and also the managing the books will become very easy, and the information will be gathered at a very faster speed. Okay, so due to this speed, that is the information that are recorded and also the books that are managed, okay, both are going to contribute in a streamlined system. Okay, next, it is going to, the business people, they are going to have the accessibility to the important financial information. That is, see, in an organization there are various departments, okay, and all the departments, they are actually interconnected, or we call it as interlinked. Okay, so each and every department requires information from the other department. So when the data, it is stored in an electronic format, every department will have the data, will have easy access to important financial information. Every now and then they need not go, if accounts are maintained manually, the purchase department and may have to go to the accounts department to check out what are the pending creditors and how much uh, dues are there, and whether to purchase from the same creditor or not. Okay, depends. So what happens is here, purchase department, they can sit at their own department and get easy access to the accounting information. Okay, that is maintained in the accounts department. So department, as they are interlinked, uh, every department, it's going to, they are able to get easy access to the various financial information. So this is one reason why companies will outperform others. Because why companies will outperform others means, if company, they are going to convert their data into an in an electronic format. That is, if they adopt digital accounting, definitely each and every department of the particular concern or organization is going to benefit out of it. Okay, next, we have ease of use and also improved speed and productivity. So as I've already, while explaining the first, second point, I've already mentioned that when accounts are maintained in an electronic format, the data can be used very much easily. Okay, so the main intention of recording all the accounting data is to keep a record of all the transaction on a monthly or yearly basis. Not only that, also to analyze the data and the numbers accumulated so as to take various important business decisions. Okay, so the data, there is ease of use, and also the speed is there, and also the data that I use seems to be productive. That is, important decisions can be easily taken. So users also, they feel comfort in providing the data. At the same time, the accounting software applications, which are very easy to use when it comes to manual method, isn't it? Once you know the accounting software, it becomes very easy. The speed also can be adopted, isn't it? If you know the software, you can carry out the work very much easily. So if the employees, that is the staff in an organization, if they are if they get accustomed to the accounting software in their concern, definitely the accounting information can be updated on a regular basis. At the same time, the information can be made available to the concerned person. That is, as and when people in an organization, when they require the data, it can be easily provided at a very immediate, that is, as and when they require it, information can be provided. Okay, so speed as well as the productivity can be maintained. Next we have is increased data security. Okay, security is a very important factor when it comes to every organization. Okay, so when it is digital accounting, every now and then we are concerned whether the data that is entered into the system is safe, is secure. So the backup option is available in every accounting the system. That is, in when the data is stored in an electronic format, the backup option is always available. So all the backup, what all data is entered into the system, the backup can be easily taken, so that if at all anything goes wrong with the system, if at all the system gets corrupted, then we have already have a backup of the data. So every evening before moving, the backup of the data can be taken, so it is safe in the server. So when the information needs to be required by anyone, it can be easily obtained when it is in cloud system, and the information can be easily retrieved even if things go wrong. As I've said, if the system gets corrupted, as this the information is stored in the cloud, definitely each and all the information are actually safe. So that is a very good advantage of digital transformation of accounting. Next is cost effective. Okay. So if you see digital data, it is more cost effective compared to the other recording data, compared to the other forms of recording data. Digital accounting, it actually works very fast. It actually saves the business time, and also the time that is consumed, like the time that is saved actually. I'll say a person, if he gets into, if he's maintaining a manual form of data, definitely much time is consumed for recording the data. But when the data is in an electronic format, okay, the data which is required by every person, it can be provided immediately. So the time which is saved, okay, the business, they are going to save some time. So this time they can actually concentrate on the different parts of the organization. So it is very cost effective as it saves the time and also the cost. And the reliability and scalability. One more advantage of digital transformation of accounting is that you can actually rely upon the data. Okay, digital accounting, whatever data you get it, you can actually rely upon it, because there are very less chances of error. That is especially the human errors, what we call. Okay, when it is manual form, there are more chances of error because everything is done manually. But when it comes to digital accounting data, human errors are very much reduced. Okay, because everything is done through the system. So the errors where the possibility is there, that also can be avoided. So business, when they convert the data into an electronic format, the data, it actually becomes very much reliable. Third party investors, shareholders, these people can actually rely upon the data. Okay, so students, I hope you have understood the various advantages of digital transformation of accounting. The advantage is, as you can see on the screen, it's a streamlined system. Digital information has made it a streamlined system. Important financial information can be easily assessed. Okay, one can easily assess the important financial information. Also, there is ease of use, and the speed and productivity is increased. At the same time, the data is actually very much secure, safe and secure. It also proves to be cost effective, and the data can be reliable. Okay, relied upon. That is, the reliability and scalability is also there. Okay. So students, now we will discuss about the disadvantage of digital transformation of accounting. So the advantages we have seen, how it is going to benefit the organization. Okay. So now we will discuss what are the disadvantage or the demerits. Okay. What are the limitations of going digital, that is maintaining accounts in a digital format, or that we call it, also call it as the electronic format. So as you can see on the screen, one is the heavy cost of installation. So students, you are aware, when the accounts need to be maintained in an electronic format, definitely an accounting software is used, isn't it? So the computer hardwares that are utilized, that are used for maintaining accounts, as with the time it needs replacement. Okay, so hardware, they need to be replaced, and softwares, that is accounting softwares, every now and then it need to be updated, because as you know, uh, every now and then the changes take place. As and when the changes takes place, that in change should be brought into the system. So in the year 2017, see, there were many softwares, accounting softwares were there, but the moment GST came, all the accounting software has to be updated with the GST, because GST was made applicable to the entire country, isn't it? So accounting, the accounting organizations, when they need to maintain their accounting, it has to be updated with GST. So accounting software, they need to be updated with the GST. So hardware, they need replacement, and software every now and then they need to be updated. If they are not updated, then the data itself is outdated. The accounting data that is entered into the system, it proves to be outdated, and outdated data, there is no use. So if an organization wants to go with the time, very much essential that they need to be updated themselves. So in order to update, they have to update the accounting system as well. So whatever new versions of the software comes, the software need to be updated. So this hardware replacement and software updation, it takes cost, isn't it? It takes money. So the cost of this installation becomes very heavy. A heavy cost is incurred for the updations and the replacement. So organization has to take up such heavy cost. They have to face such heavy cost. And also there is a cost of training. So when there is updations are there, the staff who are employed in the organization, they may not be aware of it, isn't it? So this accounting software, in order to use it, the employees in an organization, the staff in an organization, they need to be given training. Okay, training has to be provided for them. So again, the organization has to face the training cost, because see, if training is not given, the employees will not know how to use the software, and if they don't know to use the software, the very purpose of going digital is failed, isn't it? So with the, when as and when the changes are brought, the employees need to be trained accordingly. So one more addition to the cost is the training cost. Then there is a fear of employment. When computerized accounting system was introduced, employees in the organization, they felt insecure. Why they felt insecure? Because they thought that if systems have been introduced, that is computerized, computers have come into the organization, now they may feel that they may lose their jobs. But thing is that such things are not there. Okay, like people, they feel that if computers are introduced in the system, in the organization, they may lose their job, but it's not as such. Thing is that the humans are required to operate the system, isn't it? So but still, this is one advantage, that employees in the organization, they feel insecure, they feel that there will be more chances of unemployment, not only in the organization, outside the organization. If people come to know that it is the digitalized system of accounting is used in an organization, they feel that there is no employment, there is they don't have any job opportunities in that particular field. No, it's not as such, but this is a fear which prevails among the people. Again, one more disadvantage is that there is disruption of work. When computerized systems were introduced, the existing process of the accounting and the other work which were carried out in an organization, that is maybe the manual form, it was actually got disrupted, because there was a change in the environment. Why this change? Because systems have taken up, systems have come in, computers have come in. and data need to be entered into the system itself. So the work was actually disturbed, okay, because earlier the manual system of accounting was smoothly carried out. But the moment the digital it was transformed into accounting, what happened? The computers got into the organization. So the work was actually disturbed. Okay. Again, the system failure. Again, one more disadvantage of digital transformation. Always people they fear that, see, as you are aware, computer is an electronic device, isn't it? It may fail any time in future, we never know, because the electronic gadgets they will work forever, we cannot say, isn't it? As in maybe due to over voltage, something, some error might be there, something may take place because of which the system will stop working. So that there is always that problem always arises. So the advantage is there. What advantage I told? Backup option is available. You can take a backup of the data that is entered into the system. But thing is that when the system fails, there is disruption in work. Okay, work is actually disturbed. So it also disturbs the, because of this disruption, the working environment is also disturbed. Next, we have the time consuming. See, when there is system failure, the alternative arrangement that need is to, we have to make the makeup of that particular work, isn't it? System has failed. What happens? System has failed because of the system. Work has stopped now. Now some alternative method we have to find out how to carry out the work, because we cannot, system is not working means we cannot sit idle, isn't it? System, some few computers are not working in an organization, suppose. So can we, as and when an information is required, can we give an excuse that no, our system is not working, we cannot provide that information? What happens? This would be actually a disadvantage for the company. They may not be able to they may lose the opportunities that is coming their way because of this silly reason that system is failure. The system is not working. So some of the alternative method has to be adopted in order to make good the loss of work. So this takes actually too much time because time consuming. So when there is system failure, definitely the time is lost, isn't it? And this time we cannot recover back. So alternative methods should always be made in an organization. If at all anything goes wrong, what is the alternative option made available? Okay. And the what we say, that there is also unanticipated errors not known. Unanticipated error means errors which were not known. Okay, so human beings, computers, they do not have the capacity to judge, because humans, what figures they enter, computer is going to accept it. So while entering the values only, if there is human error, for example, accountant is entering some data, some accounting information is entering into the data. Okay, now while entering the data, the accountant has made a mistake. Okay, so computer don't have its own brain to judge, isn't it? Whatever is entered into the system, it is going to accept it. So these are the errors which are not known. So these errors also, it would be come to the notice of the employee, the staff, the accountant who is working. He will only notice it. Computer is not going to tell that, okay, fine, you have entered a wrong data, just enter a correct data. Computers, they will not, they don't have their own brains. What we make them do, that they are going to do. It actually works on the input, isn't it? Based on the input, it is going to give output. Yes or no? So one more disadvantage is there. There are unanticipated errors, and there is also a breaches of security. So as you are aware, system, there is always a danger of virus, and system may be hacked from the outsiders. Okay, so people are there who are very much interested in the work of the organization, so they may hack the system, or the system may get infected with some virus. What happens is, here, because of the virus, all the data may get corrupted, the data may go off, isn't it? All the data just vanishes from the system. So there are people who actually, with the intention of doing some harm to the organization, they create such programs which can easily, they can easily tamper the original records in the organization. So whatever data is entered into the system, they may get corrupted, they may hacked, and they may be misused by the outsiders. So there is always the fear of breach of security. Okay, securities are breached, that is frauds may be done, that is computers may be hacked, and also while it may be in the virus attack also may be there. So these are actually the problems, the disadvantages of digital transformation of accounting. Okay, so students, I hope you have understood what are the advantages of digital transformation of accounting and also the disadvantages. But computers, they have actually benefited the humans, isn't it? As you are now, as we know, this is manual system was accounting was maintained, but now everything has turned digital, and there might be disadvantages, but we cannot always keep those disadvantages a little higher, because we have to ignore the disadvantage and we have to focus more on the benefits the digital transformation of accounting is going to give us. So always focus on the positive aspects of the business. Okay, so I hope you have understood the the disadvantages of digital transformation of accounting. That is, there is heavy cost of installation, there is cost of training, there is fear of unemployment. Also, there is disruption of work, that is disturbance in the work. There can be system failure, and because of the system failure, too much of time may be consumed, and unanticipated errors are there which is not known, and also there is breaches of security. Okay, so these are the various disadvantages of digital transformation of accounting. So the next topic, students, we are going to discuss is the big data analytics in accounting. Okay, so student, I hope you have heard the name big data, isn't it? Every now and then that term is used. So what do you mean by big data? Now big data itself, it means a very huge data, that is data which is very huge in size, that is big data, what we call huge in size. And huge in size means the size is not predicted, or it's not exact what is the data size, we don't know, because it keeps on growing. Understand, the data has not stopped, it keeps on growing. So this data is very big. Okay, so big data is all about the collection of data, which is actually very huge in volume, is very big in volume, but still it is growing on, that it is growing exponentially with the time. Okay, so as you are aware, we have the stock exchange, isn't it? So stock exchange, we have the social media sites, we have the jet engines. These are examples of big data analytics. So this big data is all about the collection of data that is very huge in volume, but still they are growing exponentially with the time. So big data is actually a data uh, that none of the traditional data management tools can be stored, or it can process it very much efficiently. Why? The reason is it is the size, the volume of data is such huge. Okay, so as you can see on the screen, the meaning of the big data is clearly given. Okay, so once again I'll just read it out. Big data is a collection of data that is huge in volume yet growing exponentially with the time. So it is a data with large size and complexity that none of the traditional data management tools can store it or process it. So this data is so huge that it cannot, that we cannot store it at one particular place. Okay, that is the reason we call it as the big data analytics. So big data is a data, but still it is very huge volume is there. Okay, a very big huge volume is there. So that is what we call as big data analytics. So big data is all about the complexity and the speed. So here, when it comes to big data, they are often characterized by the four V's. Okay, these four V's. What is this four V's now? We have the volume, we have the velocity, we have the variety, and we have the variability. Okay, so volume, when it comes to big data, volume, it represents the large volume of data. Velocity, it represents the high velocity data flow. Okay, when it comes to variety, it represents a wide variety of data. And that too, especially in an unstructured or semi-structured form, such as we have the images, the text. Okay, so we have variety and also the variability. Variability, it refers to the inconsistency which the data is shown by the data, by the data at times. That is, it actually hampers the processes or being able to handle and manage the data very much effectively. Okay, so this is all about big data. So students, we stop here today, and in our next class we are going to understand the various advantages and disadvantages of data analytics in accounting. Okay, so thank you dear students, and have a great day ahead.